Hi, my name is Courtney Bowder, and today I will be teaching a lesson on Edgar Allan Poe's short story, Berenice. This lesson is targeted towards an high school English literature class, grades 10th and 11th. As you can see, I'm in my own home today. I have a PowerPoint presentation that I'm going to present. I know you maybe can't see it that well, but the last 3 times I filmed this, I was in a classroom setting, so the PowerPoint was on a big monitor. But you're just going to have to bear with me, and I will do the best I can to teach you about Edgar Allan Poe's short story. Since this short story, Berenice, was assigned last night for homework, I know all of you have read it for today's discussion. So after the bell ringer, I'm going to ask you 5 reading comprehension questions for either bonus points or homework passes, I haven't decided yet, to see if you have read and understood the story. So please, could you finish your bell ringer, and then will everyone take out a piece of paper and number it 1 through 5. We will go over the answers once everyone is finished with the questions. Okay, now for the questions. What was the main symbol in the story? The main symbol. Number 1. Who was the narrator? Number 2. Who was the narrator? There was a quote in the beginning of the story. This is number 3. There was a quote in the beginning of the story. What language was that quote written in? Number 3. Number 4. What illness or disease did Berenice suffer from in the story? And number 5. What was found in the little box at the end of the story? Found in the little box at the end of the story. Okay, now if everyone could pass up their papers and I'll collect them. We're going to go over the answers. Okay, so what was the main symbol in the short story? The main symbol was the teeth of Berenice. Who was the narrator? The narrator in the story was Aegeus, who is our main character. There was a quote in the beginning of the story. What language was that quote written in? The language was written in French, and I'll read you from a footnote. It says, the quote is, "My companions told me I might find some little alleviation of my misery in visiting the grave of my beloved." That's what the quote means. And then it says, the only known version of the sentence in question is in French, not in Latin. Okay, now, the last question, or number 4, excuse me. What illness or disease did Berenice suffer from? I will take unnamed, because the disease was unnamed in the story, or sometimes it is called epilepsy. Is where you look old and dead, but you are not. So you don't look very healthy. Number 5. What was found in the little box at the end of the story? It was the teeth of Berenice. Okay, so the goals for today's lesson, I'm going to go over here in just a short minute. I will grade those papers and give you either extra credit points or a homework pass if you got all right, or just depending on how it goes after I grade them. Okay, so our goals for this lesson are, today you will be able to understand literary elements such as plot, characters, setting, theme, and so on, while referring to the short story Berenice. You will also be able to understand how to take written notes on your own in shorthand. And third, you will also be able to understand questions about literary analysis once the PowerPoint is finished.